Hey everyone, welcome back to Weight Lobby. I'm Brandon, and I just want to make a quick video. So today actually was the today's the day I made my initial video. So this is later on in the day. I just came back from the gym, and I was just thinking like I wrote some stuff down too. I'm looking at, and I was thinking about like the loneliness part, and this kind of plagues people back home too. It's not just overseas, but it's more so overseas because you actually feel it here, right? Because you don't have the immediate friend or family you can go see, right? You could just go to their house, say what's up, or go out to eat somewhere. It really is isolating out here. And what a lot of people would say was just, oh, go make friends, go talk to people. Like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, you can do that, but it's a lot harder than you think. And especially as you get older, everybody has their friend groups already intact. Like sometimes it's hard to crack those friend groups. One thing that I've done, like before when I moved to DC, was I joined a flag football team, and through there I was able to make friends. I was able to play, meet a whole bunch of people. Then after the games, everybody from all the teams we go out to a bar or something like that right down the street and go drink. It was just a normal thing to do for flag football, and I believe those were on Saturdays, right? Um, so yeah, uh, that was one thing I did, and it helped out a lot too. But overseas, they don't have football. At least not what I've seen or found. And trying to find like a club or something to get into is you just got to find it. But sometimes it's going to be hard, right? When you're overseas, not everybody speaks English. So if you're trying to find a club, you arrive in like in Thailand, everybody's speaking Thai, or whatever the case may be. So like in Thailand, I was doing Muay Thai. Like it was cool and all, but I was around a lot of other expats, and it's just if that's what you want to be around just to get yourself comfortable, cool. But if you want to experience the culture, you want to do things differently, then maybe that's not the right move for you. Um, what I do, so like as I like kind of main subject here, but like today, like I was feeling kind of lonely, right? Um, like friends, when I went to go hop on Discord, like no one was talking, everyone was kind of silent, and I'm just kind of like, all right, what's going on here? Like, just they're pretty much playing Rust, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And like, just kind of got ignored. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then after about 3 or 4 minutes, I just left. Cool, and but they're doing the thing, awesome. And so, and then I think they left like they got off like 5 minutes later or something like that. And so I was kind of like sitting here, and that's the reason why I created this YouTube channel, because it's like I'm kind of relying on them, people who are 8,000 miles away in a different time zone, to be my communication. Well, not my communication, but like my group my friends I can talk to, and it's just like I said, the disconnect is there. It makes me feel even more alone trying to make this work, and So, anyways, this is why I made this group, because it kind of hits me some days. Not gonna lie. Like some days, like I wake up, I'm totally fine. I'm ready for the day. I'll hit the gym, go out to eat, come back, and relax. I'll play some video games. I'll watch a movie, watch a show, and everything's okay. Everything's good. And recently, like before, when I was in Thailand, I was studying to get my TEFL, which is teaching English as a foreign language, because I wanted to do that for. Sorry, there's the chair. It's not me. It's like a flimsy little chair over here. But I wanted to teach in. It's not Cambodia. Oh my gosh, I'm like having a brain fart right now. Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. And so I wanted to teach there because they actually give you like a livable wage out there. But since my dog was coming and it's not that good in Thailand, or from what I read, like Vietnam, like the visa situation in Vietnam, I don't feel like if you don't have a job there, you got to leave every 3 months, do a visa run. And I didn't, put Rylan through that, like trying to either find a doggy daycare or leave him at the house all day. I can't do it. I don't trust anybody around him either. Um, so I had to pivot here. But like I said, like I was doing other things. So now, besides just working out and not doing anything all day, I'm kind of like training myself to work towards something as well. So all that to say is, when I go to the gym, it helps me in a way that sometimes I don't realize as well. When you're lonely and you get to these things, because I'm gonna talk about the other part too. When you're lonely, you get into these moods, right? Sometimes it lasts a couple hours, sometimes a couple of days, sometimes even a week or two. And it's like you don't want to go out, you want to stay in, you just don't have the energy, you don't want to get out of bed, like you're just kind of like depressed, and you just can't find that drive to start the day or even do anything. And so I'm a big advocate to just being healthy. Before, like, I initially started going to the gym, it was hard to go to the gym. It was hard to push myself to go to the gym because I was so used to just sitting at my desk playing video games in my free time. Like, who wants to go work out? And it was a hard habit to break. But now not going to the gym is a hard habit to break. If I sit around for too long, like too many days, like I start to like get antsy. Like, dude, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna start getting fat. Like, I need to go work out. I need to move my body. Like, even if I take like 3 days off, I was starting to feel stiff. Like, oh, I need to go do something. And I'm trying to say, like, the gym really does help you clear your head, whether you think so or not. You go there, you pump a little weight or a lot of weight, whatever suits you, and it just does something to you. Where you, like, when you get done, you move in your body. You're sore. You're actually out in public. You may see somebody that at the gym and say, hey, what's up to them, or in passing, whatever. Like, you never know. And the next, you're having a conversation. Like, I've done that plenty of times, where I've talked to people that I even never thought I would talk to over there, or even during the day. And it just puts you in puts you in a better mood. And when you get back home, you feel like you accomplished something, right? You finally got over that hump of just staying inside all day or staying in your bed all day. And the loneliness, it fights that loneliness just a little bit. And the second thing that I was going to get at too is, like, make sure you have like a purpose in life and like what you're aiming towards. So that's why I referred to like the TEFL when I was studying to do a teaching as a foreign language. That's what my purpose was, and out there. But now that I pivoted here, teaching out in the Philippines, well, they already teach here at the Philippines, and it's like a normal thing, and they don't really pay well. So I don't know if it's worth my time. So now it's me figuring out what exactly is my goal now to fulfill that need, right? That what am I working towards in life? Not just sitting here having a good time, getting fat, going out, partying, drinking. I don't do any of that, man. I don't. I could, but I don't. Going out here living a lot like a lavish lifestyle. Don't do that either, man. That's another thing. Finances. Make sure you're good. Budgeting. Make sure you're saving, investing, the whole thing. Like, I know I'm going off topic a little bit here, but even back when I was in the States, I was maxing out HSA. I was putting 10% of my paycheck towards my, I guess, 401k, but they call it TSP in the federal government. I was trying to max out my Roth IRA. I was doing all types of vehicles to like make sure I was saving for the future, but I never tried to. I did sacrifice a lot then for my future, but it wasn't until recently that I figured out like there needs to be a balance with everything. Tomorrow's not guaranteed as well. So if you can balance your, if you could balance the present and the future, right? Have enough money to spend on things that you want to do and enjoy life now, but as well as planning for the future, because you don't want to spend all your money now, ball out, have all this debt, and then when it's time to retire or you're old and you don't want to work anymore, well, too bad. Like, you think it sucks now when your body's able to work? Imagine if you can't work, you can't physically work, or you're mentally just drained, like, and you still got to work. So that is just a little side note. Make sure you get your finances in order. It helps out a lot with this up here, your mental and your emotional and your spirit. But yeah, back to the subject. Yeah, working towards something, really, like, because some days when I come home, right, when I get back to my, well, now it's Airbnb, but like my condo, even some days when I work out, sometimes I'll talk to people and I get back here and it just feels like the walls are closing in again. And then that's when I was like, okay, let me just go, let me just go study for this. And it helps me, right? It keeps my brain thinking and moving and whatnot. So, always have a goal, man. Don't settle. Don't feel like, where you're at is you're forever. Like, even if you're doing good, even if everything's going great, you're not going to be there forever. Always make a plan, always make a backup plan, contingencies. But as far as loneliness goes, that is what helps me, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going to help a lot of other people as well. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're overseas. It really doesn't. you can be back home and you can still feel alone, right? You can still like there's a saying like you can feel lonely in a crowded room, and but yeah, another thing is just if you can, there's always have like try to have a community. Um, of course, family friends you can talk to. I know there's some people truly alone out there who ain't got no family and friends, and I feel sorry for you guys. But it's always good to try to have that and build it. Um, I don't want to. I guess I'll say it. There's this guy back when I was graduating back in 2022, and I don't know his whole story, but my desk was facing my window, and I can see outside, of course, and there's like this walkway, so I can see straight across, and over there you have like the two apartments on the bottom, the little stairs that go up top, and then the two apartments there. So that's how all the units were, right? Two at the bottom, two at the top, with the stairs that go up. And I would be just on my computer, of course, gaming with my friends, doing everything, and then I would see this guy. He would come home. He had to be at least late 30s, 40s. Come home, go in his apartment, like whatever. But at night, he would leave his blinds open to his living room, and in his living room is this big screen, 60-inch screen TV, and he's just sitting there with his headset on, playing Call of Duty or Black Ops, whatever. Like he was playing a shooter. I can see it. I'm like, dang, I can see it all the way from here. It's a big screen TV, but I seen him do that every single night, and I was like, dang. When I grow up, I don't want to be like that. Like I don't want to be alone like that. And um, I told myself like I don't want to be alone like that. Like that looks miserable. But it didn't take me a while to realize like, dude, that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Just coming home after work or after school or after college and just been playing video games. Except for that, I'm maybe like 20 years younger than him. But that's the trajectory that I'm on. Like, so that's what drove me when I moved to DC to make friends. I said, I'm not going to be alone. Well, there was one thing that when it happened when I was in DC. I moved out there late October. So that means that New Year's was right around the corner. And I got to see on social media, everybody was, Happy New Year's at a party celebrating. And I literally shut all the lights off in my little apartment, 500 square foot studio apartment, and I was with my dog, and I was sitting in the dark, and I could hear everybody, not everybody, but I could hear people around me counting down like Happy New Year, and I went on my phone, I saw all the Happy New Years. Some of my friends are all at the same party having fun, and I was just kind of sitting there like, I'm going to remember this moment because I don't want this to happen again. I'm going to make friends, so I'm not sitting here alone in my room on New Year's again. And fast forward, like I said, I played football and all that stuff, and then I got to know them, and then the following New Year's, I was out at my friend's house, and we're at his apartment, and everybody came over, and we just had the New Year's there, and it was cool, and I was around people. But you really do got to put the time. Sorry, I know I'm going back and forth with all these like subjects and but or time frames, but you really just have to like put the work in too. When you have to put the work in with yourself, right? First, that's what first things first, with yourself, because you have to like build yourself up to be able to make friends. Because if you're Debbie Downer, you're kind of like weird, like sorry, that's a chair, that's not me. Like if you're like if you're unapproachable, it's hard to make friends like that, right? If you never try to make friends and then you're trying to make friends at like 25, 30, like it's hard to get that skill. Everything's a skill. Like it's a muscle. You have to keep trying to get over and over again. You got to break out of that shell. You got to go just talk to people. I said you got to really try. No one's gonna come up and talk to you. More than likely than not, no one's gonna come up and talk to you. So, yeah. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I think it's this video's gone long enough. But like always, if you stuck around this long, thank you. And if I find something else to talk about, I'll just keep making videos and just press record, and then we just kind of go off the top like I did now. So, but yeah, again, thank you, and catch you guys next time. Take care.